Oh, massive amount of interest. Right colour, 2-door, 1 owner, genuine mileage, history. Can't want for any more, can you? Hello.
Hello, I'm Jenny.
I'm Derek. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, and you, love, and you. Where's the main man? There he is.
Here's the main man.
Oh, let's have a word now then, Ray. Good to meet you. Hello, everyone.
Derek's arrived in Hertfordshire to pick up Ray and Jenny's Cortina.
Hey, behave yourself. Come here.
As Iris runs riot in the garden, Derek has a job to do.
Oh, come here. Well, this is an unusual bit of kit, isn't it, eh? You done right by buying the 2-door, didn't you, for a start off?
Yeah.
Right colour.
Yeah.
Burn me down. Yeah. Later wheels.
Well, they're Rockstar wheels off of the 1600E.
That's it, yeah.
And also the engine is a Mark II engine.
Is it?
Not a Mark I.
Lovely car, lovely genuine car. Fantastic history. Brilliant, obviously. Totally genuine by the looks of it. Condition-wise, yeah, it wants a lot. But they all want a lot. You know, if they don't want a lot, they've had a lot, one or the other. She's coming. Yeah, keep it like that for a sec. We're all right round there, Ray?
Yeah. What was that?
Exhaust, was it? Yeah, it's got it caught in the exhaust. Right, we're lovely now. Bit of right hand down, mate.
End of an era. Emotional.
Straighten up. All right now?
Yeah. Be all a bit raw at the moment, but given time, it'll be memories, won't it? It'll be fun memories.
I'm all right. A few tears, but I'm all right. It's just really, I thought it'd be worse than that.
So we're not talking about massive amount of money, but massive amount of interest. Oh, massive amount of interest. Right colour, 2-door, 1 owner, genuine mileage, history. Can't want for any more, can you? I've just pulled a bit of wheel arch off.
What have you done?
To be perfectly honest, even though it's the right spec, the right colour, despite the fact that it's got that lovely provenance and all the rest of it, it's still 15 grand max. If it wasn't that colour and it wasn't 1 owner and it was a 4-door, you'd be talking about 7 or 8 grand. You know, because you've got to think there's a lot of work there to be done.
Seals, bottom seals and around the arch.
Seals have gone, Dad.
Top half's kept well, isn't it? It's just damp coming up that's killed it. Right, you be careful. See you all, mate.
Take care, mate.
Ta-da.
Sad. Relieved, I suppose, in a way. Job to explain, really. I couldn't do it, so someone's got to do it.
Special car.
It is special, yeah. Yeah, it's job to explain.
Paul has some bad news to relate to Ray, the owner of the 2-door Cortina.
So rewind a month, gentleman on the phone, Cortina, bought it new, drove it in the garage, upgraded to something else. Mark I Cortina, 2-door GT in the garage. Instantly you go like, oh. How are we valuing it? 30,000. You think, gonna be a proper car, lovely. Get talking, one thing leads to another. Wants some recommissioning, been there a long time, blah, blah, blah. I'm saying it's like 20, 25 grand. Derek returns with said car. I see said car. So I had to have that really awkward conversation with the vendor, and we've settled on more like £6,000, which is a fair whack when you start at £30,000. Now, at £30,000, I'm expecting a car in the condition of that Ferrari, aren't I? It don't look like that. Obviously, it's going to want a full house, a full house. But a worthy project, good project for somebody, brilliant project. Had an argument down here, look, shove the bottom of the wing in, bent the wheel arch and whatnot. You can't remember how that happened? I think he got close to something. He said, no, it hasn't. Yeah, it has. So, yeah. It's not bad under there. It's not bad at all. Wing tops and things look pretty good. In need of some TLC. Couple of weekends. That's what it needs. I think it's brilliant. And I think it'll make a lovely old girl. We went on a verbal description, which is fine, not a problem. Trouble is, I think he'd seen it for 25 years. So the car he drove in the garage is a very different car to what we dragged out of the garage. But for somebody. I want to see it when it's done, really. Yeah. Ah, now this is a lovely car with £11,200 bid.
One car ripe for being reloved and refurbished is the slightly tatty old Cortina.
Cortina GT. Now, where are you going to find a one owner from new Mark 1 Cortina GT? So here's your opportunity. Start me where you like. Where you going to be? 4,000, 4,250, 4,500, 750, 4,750. I've got £5,000. All done then. I can't do it. £5,000. We need more. £5,000. It'll go in the timed auction, I'm sure. Then you'll kick yourself for not buying it. £5,000. I can't do that one at this time.
There's two reasons why things don't sell, Joe, isn't there? They're no good, or they're too dear, or a bit of both. You have to work really hard with vendors just to make sure that we manage their expectations, make sure we're all comfortable with the reserves that are set. We never give anything away. Everything, achieves what it's worth. That is the main point with a public auction, is vehicles achieve what they're worth, don't they?
In the end, the market in a timed auction decided the Cortina was worth £6,800.
When I was 17, a Mark 1 Cortina is one of the first cars I had. But I always wanted the two-door GT. And as soon as this car came up, I thought, well, this is kind of the final car that I'm going to keep now I'm retired and not sell.
In South Wales, Malcolm Padfield is steadily restoring a car he's dreamt about owning for decades. The Mark 1 Ford Cortina GT.
Basically, the gearbox went in the other day, so now the prop shaft gets bolted on, and this obviously takes the drive from the gearbox to the rear axle. So hopefully, the next hour or so, the car will be driving after 39 years. The car is in relatively good condition. Bodywork-wise, I would say possibly a couple of weeks' work on it to get ready for a respray. I've replaced the engine with a 1500 pre-cross slow, and for Mark 1 Cortina 1965 two-door GT, at the time there was the second most popular car, the Mark 1, to be sold. At the moment there's only 9 of these cars left which are on the road, and obviously to buy one which is all been already done up, the price would have been substantially more. If I'd had to pay labour, it wouldn't have been financially viable to do the car.
But I guess you've had a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Oh yeah, this is my chill out, this is my, instead of playing golf or football or whatever, this is my thing.
Malcolm's wife, Tracy, is no classic car widow.
To see him in the garage, relaxed, doing what he wants to do on the car at his own pace, no pressures from anybody, it is like a therapy.
The only things that are not original at the moment is the wheels incorrect because they offer 1600E, and the steering wheel's incorrect. But apart from that, it's quite original to when it was new.
So with the prop shaft fitted, today's a big day. The first proper test drive.
Cleaned the fuel tank out, I've cleaned the carb, so it shouldn't break down, but we will see. A lot of Cortinas only had a 1200 engine in it. This Cortina's got a 1500 engine in it, and it being a GT, so it's got a little bit more power, and it's got disc brakes in the back. It is quite a usable car, so it will keep up with modern traffic. Obviously, there's no power steering on it, but they do drive quite well. Hopefully the car will keep going and not break down.
I love it. It's got character. I love the look of it now, but I know he's going to do it. He's going to do it right, and it's going to be beautiful. I think it's beautiful now. I love it.
First movement in 39 years.
Oh, this one's got to be for keeps. Because if he ever sells it, I'm going to buy it and I'm keeping it. That's with us for life. It's got to be.